In the labyrinth of human emotions and relationships, there's a curious phenomenon where two souls connect even without ever meeting. This story unfolds in a digital age where connections are made at a click and bonds are formed over text. Our protagonists are a boy and a girl, two strangers who meet in this vast virtual landscape. Their connection is instant, like a spark in the dark illuminating their similarities. They share their thoughts, their dreams, their fears, and their laughter over endless conversations. The boy with his earnest nature and the girl with her charming wit find in each other a mirror reflecting their own selves. Their personalities intertwine, forming a bond that feels almost soulmate-like. In this whirlwind of emotions, they discover shared interests, common anecdotes, and a mutual understanding that seems to transcend the physical barriers of their separate worlds. Their texts become a lifeline, a constant stream of shared consciousness that makes them feel closer than ever. The intensity of this connection is potent, like a flame that burns brighter with each passing day. A week of this intense bonding feels like a lifetime. They share and they care, they laugh and they cry, they argue and they make up, all within the confines of their screens. The boy feels a sense of attachment, a bond that he has never experienced before. The girl, with her vibrant energy and captivating stories, becomes an integral part of his life. But this is not a fairy tale, and every story has its trials. Their connection, as beautiful as it was, had its flaws. Underneath the surface of their perfect bond, there were insecurities, misunderstandings, and unspoken truths. And so, the spark that was once a beacon of their connection begins to flicker. Their conversations turn into arguments, their laughter turns into silence, their bond turns into a battleground. The intensity of their connection, like a candle burning too brightly, eventually consumes itself. But like a candle burning too brightly, their bond flickered and faded into a massive disagreement. After the calm comes the storm, and in the case of our characters it was a tempest, a fallout of epic proportions, a disagreement that started as a mere crack, then spiraled into a chasm so deep and wide it seemed impossible to bridge. The girl, a bundle of enigmas, carried a baggage of past traumas and daddy issues. She was like a ticking time bomb ready to explode at the slightest trigger. Her commitment issues, a byproduct of her past, led her to be less than honest from the beginning. She was immature, not fully equipped to handle the intensity of the bond they had formed. Our boy, on the other hand, was not without fault. He was impulsive, reacting out of hurt and confusion. He lashed out, hurling insults that were sharper than daggers, slicing through her already fragile psyche. His words, an echo of her past traumas, were a harsh reminder of the pain she had tried so hard to bury. In a moment of uncontrolled anger, he had judged her, criticized her, based on everything she had shared with him, everything she had trusted him with. His words, a reflection of his own immaturity, were a mirror held against her own. And in that mirror, she saw a distorted version of herself, a version she didn't want to confront. The consequences of his actions were swift and brutal. He was ridiculed, mocked by her friends, made to feel small and insignificant. His words had not only hurt the girl, but also painted him in a bad light in the eyes of her peers. In a swift and brutal turn of events, the boy, once a victim, became a perpetrator himself. His anger, his impulsivity, his lack of tact had turned him into the very person he was angry at. He had become the person causing the pain, the person inflicting the wounds, the person he had vowed not to be. He was now the villain in his own story. Sometimes, the road to healing is long and winding, with pit stops that don't always make sense. Protagonist yearned for solace in the form of a quick vacation, a band-aid solution to the throbbing wound of emotional distress. Yet, this sought-after vacation was an unattainable dream, could not afford the luxury of a whirlwind of admirers and distractions, a cacophony of laughter and flirtation designed to drown out the of a painful past. So, beneath the surface, our protagonist was not healed but merely anesthetized. The euphoria of the imagined vacation was fleeting, a temporary respite from the storm that raged within. Back at school, the weight of reality hit him like a freight train. He was back in the world of psychology, a field that demanded mental clarity and emotional stability. However, he was neither clear nor stable. He found himself zoning out, his mind wandering back to the girl, to the past, the fallout. His grades began to slip, his academic prowess wavering under the burden of heartache. But he fought back. clawed his way through the fog of his dysfunction. He studied harder, slept less, did whatever it took to pass classes. It was an uphill battle, a relentless struggle against the tide of his emotions. Amidst this turmoil, he found an outlet for his pain. He penned a heartfelt letter of apology to the girl. It was not a plea for reconciliation or a lament of lost love. It was an acknowledgement of his mistakes, a step towards closure. He apologized for his lack of tact, for the harsh words he had thrown at her in anger. He expressed regret for the pain he had caused her, promising to learn from this experience and strive to be a better person. Though he walked a rocky path, he managed to pen a heartfelt apology to the girl, a step towards closure and rectifying the injustice he caused. The healing process was far from over, but he had taken the first step, had accepted his mistakes, sought to make amends, and had begun to navigate the path to recovery. The journey from denial to acceptance is a hard one, but it's a crucial part of moving on. Our protagonist, the boy, had found himself on this arduous journey, grappling with heartache and injustice. He had lost something precious, a bond that seemed like a soulmate connection, but his loss was not in vain. It was a catalyst for growth, a lesson in resilience and maturity. In his pursuit of closure, the boy had written a heartfelt apology. It was not just an apology, but a testament to his growth, his willingness to acknowledge his mistakes, and his determination to rectify them. This gesture of reconciliation was not just for the girl, but also for himself. It was the first step towards acceptance. Gaining closure was like releasing a heavy burden from his heart. The boy had managed to mend the injustice he had inadvertently caused. He had chosen to be the better person, to rise above the pettiness and the drama. It was a choice that marked his transition from a boy to a man. With acceptance came liberation. The boy was now free from the chains of his past, free from the guilt and the resentment. He was ready to embark on a new journey, a journey towards self-discovery and happiness. He decided to book a much-deserved vacation, a chance to rejuvenate and reflect. This vacation was not a band-aid solution, a quick fix to forget the past. It was a celebration of his journey, a testament to his resilience. It was a chance to embrace his solitude, to find joy in his own company. The boy's story is a testament to the power of acceptance and moving on. It's a reminder that heartache and loss are not the end, but the beginning of a new journey, a journey towards self-growth, resilience, and ultimately happiness. In choosing to sit with his pain and properly heal, he found a way to be the better person. He chose not to run away from his past, but to embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone towards a brighter future. His story is a testament to the power of acceptance and the healing that comes with it. Imagine for a moment an alternate universe where the boy chose immediate gratification over a healing process. A world where he dived headfirst into a whirlwind vacation, a parade of admiration and distraction in the form of new faces and places. As swiftly as he felt the sting of the fallout, he sought to erase it, to replace the hurt with the thrill of the new and the exciting. Back at school, instead of fighting against zoning out and reminiscing, he finds his return easier, his focus undeterred. A medical stop, a pause in his academic life, allowed him to restart his work faster. The girl, the heartbreak, the trauma, they all seemed like distant memories, echoes of a past life. But in this alternate universe, there's a crucial element missing. The boy never sits down to write the heartfelt apology. The words that would have poured out of him, the sentiments that would have helped him understand and accept the situation, they remained unexpressed. The letter that would have been a form of closure for him, that could have lifted a burden off his heart, never came into existence. In this universe, the boy never confronts his pain, never allows himself the chance to heal properly. He only masks it, covers it up with temporary distractions. The quick band-aid solution might have seemed like the easy way out, but it didn't allow for true healing. And so the void remains, a gaping hole that the parade of new faces and places couldn't fill. The misunderstanding with the girl, the hurt he caused, the injustice he felt, they all lingered unresolved. In this universe, the boy might have found temporary relief, but the void remained, and the misunderstanding with the girl was never truly resolved. This tale serves as a reminder that sometimes the long and winding path of healing, self-reflection and understanding is far more rewarding than the immediate gratification of a quick fix.